YouTube, what's going on? The day is finally here. Launch day, May 21st for the iPad Pro. This here, in case you haven't been following my channel, and if you haven't been, go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. This is my 2018 iPad Pro that I hold near and dear to my heart. I've said on many occasions that this is probably the best piece of technology that I've ever owned. And I have not upgraded. I didn't upgrade to the 2020 iPad Pro. This is the 11-inch 2018 model. I absolutely love it. It did recently start showing its age as far as the battery life depreciating a little bit, but still very passable. So here we are. UPS, shout out to them that just dropped off this package. I have seen a few videos already from some of your favorite YouTubers after the embargo was lifted and they got to speak on it. No, Apple did not send me anything. So I bought this with my own money. Why am I doing this the hard way? There's a little tab right there. So I'm very curious to experience this new and improved 12.9 iPad, space gray. I did get the 128 gig version, which is something I want to say about that too. And I can't knock anybody else's hustle as far as YouTube, but I really wish a lot of people would stop trying to convince the world to buy a more expensive model. They say, hey, I think this is the sweet spot. You should opt to get this one, opt to get that one. Listen, opt to get what's in your budget, all right? 128 gigs is nothing to sneeze at. My 2018 is a 256, and I am coming absolutely nowhere near that storage. I want to say, here, and I'll look it up real quick. Let me see. Let's go to storage options here. I want to say it's less than 50 gigs that I've used. Let's see if it pulls up. So I wouldn't recommend anybody even offering a 64 gig model anymore. I'm glad they moved it up to the 128. So look at that. I'm only at 46.9 gigs of a 256 gig model. So 128 is absolutely fine with me. Now I get it. There's going to be a lot of people that need all the extra storage, but don't be fooled into always trying to spend a little more just to get, you know, the higher storage space. You may not need it. All right. So this is the 128 gig, 12.9. I'm a little concerned because I'm so used to my 11-inch. I'm kind of bummed that they didn't offer this new and improved one in the 11-inch model with the newer screen and whatnot. But we will crack it open and let's see what we get. Like I said, I watched a couple of reviews already, so I am a little nervous because I did hear a couple people mention that they are probably just going to stick with their 2018 model. I even went ahead and I purchased a case from Amazon. So this has been sitting and waiting. So I got this little magnetic case for about 14 bucks, I want to say. So we'll see how well that fits. But let's take a look here. So here we go. iPad Pro 12.9 inch 2021. The big dog. Doesn't seem too heavy. We'll see. So we'll set that to the side. What do we get in the box here? Some manuals. We do get the Apple stickers. I want to say that's it. It does come with the USB-C cable and the charger. Good job, Apple. Thank you for giving us a charger for 1,100 bucks. So what I'm gonna do is crack this open. Well, oh man, I'm pulling the plastic off without letting you guys hear it. Let's see. Nothing like having a nice new device. Let's get that out of there. All right, so we got our pin connector on the back. So the body is pretty much the same as what was on the 2020 model. Like a microphone there. There's your speaker grills. I'm curious to see if the speakers are any better on this one too, because I got some pretty good speakers on my 11-inch. All right, I did not pick up the 5G model. I think that's just overkill because my 2018 iPad is the cellular model, but I rarely get to use that feature. So, and especially nowadays, you can't really go anywhere just yet. But the world is starting to open up a little bit. So I'll go ahead and get this thing started up. Let's hit the power button. Let's see this beautiful screen that they've been raving about. I'll get it all set up and give you my first impressions. Hold tight. All right, so I had loaded my information up into this new 12.9-inch iPad Pro 2021. And I will say it's a nice device. However, I am not like really impressed with it. I have to be 100% honest. I love the brightness of the screen. And I watched a couple of videos on YouTube with like the HDR content. It's cool, but it's not like game changing for me. So speakers sound really good. But it's just not, it's not enough, right? It's just still not enough to get me to get rid of my trusty 11-inch iPad Pro from 2018. There's a huge size difference, even, 12.9 versus the 11. And I'll kind of move this back to kind of scale it for you guys. But there's also a disadvantage of having the bigger iPad because like I said in previous videos, there's a couple of games that I love to play on my iPad Pro. And by trying to play, and I'll show you guys actually, if you haven't watched the other videos, one of the games I really love is this Dungeon Hunters 5 game. And I'll kind of give you an example of what I'm talking about here. So, nice canvas if you're an artist, or if you just really love working with the Apple Pencil or whatnot, the different things. Depending on your workflow, a bigger canvas may be awesome for a lot of people. The thing is, by getting this bigger iPad though, it's heavier. And I just feel like if you really need this kind of power, you're probably better off with getting one of the M1 MacBook Airs or MacBook Pros. I know there's no touchscreen involved, but I feel like it's disadvantaged, and hopefully that'll change after whenever WWDC or whatever, if they implement a different iPad OS that a lot of people have been talking about that can take advantage of the bigger screen. If they don't, then you're just kind of stuck with a bigger screen to wield around. But there's not a whole lot of advantages that I can see from my workflow or just my personal use. So here's the game, and I'll show you really quick. Let me see. We'll do the trial of elements here. So I have pretty big hands, but as you can see, like, it is a stretch to get to the middle of the screen. So if I have to hold it in one hand and then try to stretch to get to something else, it's challenging and it's not as comfortable. And I can tell that I'll get fatigued after a while just trying to hold this thing up. I absolutely love this game. Don't judge me. I've been playing this for years and built up a lot of my fighters and whatnot. But it's cool seeing it, blown up, but I don't feel like the screen quality is any better on here than it is on my 2018. And like I said, I feel disadvantaged because it's a little harder to, maneuver this thing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, and I can turn it to auto, and even just trying to get it there, that's a stretch. Yeah, I'm just not, I'm not impressed. I just have to be 100% honest with you. I feel like there's just so much more that an iPad can offer if they update the software. I guess that's the biggest thing. They probably hit, like a wall when it comes to the form factor of the iPad. I mean, it is spectacular the way it's already set up. And it was great even with this 2018 model. So the next step is going to be the software. I really wish they had put that beautiful screen on this iPad. If they were able to somehow gain battery life from putting an M1 chip in it, I think that maybe would have made it worth it. But you're still getting the same spec battery life, and I haven't tested it out. I just got this thing, but Apple themselves have this rated the same. And I just think if it was going to give you better battery life, they would have really sold us on that. They would have put that in the presentation, and they didn't. So an M1 chip not improving battery is going to definitely improve your performance. But again, if we're talking the same iPad OS, this 2018 didn't stutter at anything. So that's just kind of my take on it. Hit me up in the comments. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it. I would say right now to just hold off. I know this thing is probably back ordered. I remember ordering on as soon as pre-orders went live, so I got mine right away. But I just think I can wait on it. Maybe if they introduce something that a lot of people are speculating that they will, it'll make it worth it. But right now, I have to say it is not worth the upgrade for me, and that's my personal opinion. All right, until the next video, it's your boy Yellow. I'm out. Peace.